Hello everyone, welcome back again in our HTTP versus HTTPS video series. So this is part 2 and now let's jump into the evolution of HTTPS. So HTTPS that provide encryption. Encryption is one of the primary purpose of HTTPS is to encrypt the data transferred between a user's devices like computer or a smartphone and a web server. Encryption transforms the data into a format that is virtually impossible for unauthorized parties to decipher, even if they intercept it during transmission. This protects sensitive information from the eavesdropping and the data theft. Next, we have data integrity. In the HTTPS, data integrity is a major part. So HTTP also ensure its data integrity. This means that the data received by the user's browser is exactly the same as what the web server sent. If the data were tampered with during the transmission, the browser would detect it and the user would be alerted to the potential security breach. Other one, we have authentication. HTTPS employs digital certificate to verify the identity of the website server. These certificates are issued by the Trusted Certificate Authority, we call them CS. When you connect to a website over HTTPS, your browser checks the server certificate to ensure that you are indeed communicating with the legitimate website and not a malicious imposter. This helps protect against phishing attack. Next, this secure handshake. So, when a user connects to a website over HTTPS, a secure handshake process occurs. During this handshake, a client, which is a user browser, and the server exchange cryptographic keys and establish a secure connection between each other. This process ensures that the data transmitted between them is encrypted and secure, non-readable to any third party. This uses SSL and TLS protocol also. HTTPS relies on the security cryptographic protocols, primarily TLS, transport layer security, and its predecessors, SSL, secure circuit layer as well. These protocols provide the mechanism for encryption, authentication, and secure key exchange. HTTP works on port 443. HTTP uses a different port for communication than HTTP, while HTTP uses port 80 by default and HTTPS uses port 443. This port separation allows servers to distinguish between regular HTTP and secure HTTPS request. Then HTTP has the URL indicators as well. When a website uses HTTPS, its URL typically begins with HTTPS colon double forward slash instead of HTTP colon double forward slash. Modern browser often display a padlock on the browser symbol in the address bar to indicate a secure connection. This helps users easily identify whether a website is using HTTPS or not. HTTPS increased security for online transaction. While HTTPS is essential for securing sensitive online transactions such as e-commerce purchases, online banking, and inputting personal information on website. Later on, now let's see how exactly this HTTPS works. So what happened when in the backend that whenever a client would like to access a website, and since HTTPS is a TCP protocol, that there will be a three-way handshake first, then SSL handshake. During the SSL handshake, they form a master key and create a secure channel. Then after the actual data transfer start. For the depth detail on the three-way handshake and the SSL handshake, we have already uploaded a video. You can find the link in the description. We will put the link in the description as well. Moving on, since the HTTPS is a secure channel and transfer data in encrypted form, we can see on the screen that now the communication between the client and the server is encrypted in a non-readable format. Also, once you click on the padlock button of the page, it shows that this is secure and using certificate to secure the data transfer between them. Once we click on the connection, its secure button, it shows that what certificate is being used, who is the certificate authority, trusted and root certificate. Although all this is done by the browser, another resources in the backend, still we can open and check the ticket manually. Let's now look into some known issues of the HTTPS. So first we can encounter the issue of certificate errors. Users may encounter certificate errors when visiting website if the website's SSL or TLS certificate is expired, misconfigured, or issued by an untrusted certificate authority. That certificate should be from a trusted certificate authority, else it can throw this kind of errors. These errors can also confuse users and deter them from accessing the sites. Now, the mixed content. A common issue with HTTPS is mixed content. This occurs when a web page is loaded over HTTPS, but some of its resources like image, script, style sheets, or anything are loaded over HTTP. So browsers may block these insecure resources, leading to broken web page or security warning. That we can say also kind of content issue. Then we have performance overhead. Since HTTP encryption and decryption process introduce a slight performance overhead, while modern hardware and optimized protocol have minimized this impact, it can still be a concern for high traffic website or resources intensive applications. Then the certificate revocation challenge. Revoking SSL or TLS certificate in the event of a security breach or compromise can be challenging for the authorities. Browsers may not always promptly check for certificate revocation, and some users disable this feature, potentially leaving them vulnerable to revoke certificate. So basically, this revocation happens whenever there is a private and public key in the certificate. If that certificate keys are being breached or compromised by any of the party, in that case, to remove that certificate from all of the client machine, certificate authority revoke that certificate, that called the certificate revocation list. So once that certificate is removed, means the old certificate is removed from the client, then the authority can push the new certificate that will be secure and legitimate again without breach. Moving on, we have the cost and complexity also. So acquiring and renewing a SSL or TLS certificate from trusted CA can involve cost. Additionally, the process of configuring and maintaining HTTPS on web server can be complex, particularly for smaller website operators. These days, plenty of vendors are providing the website hosting, so that too also a different thing. Then content delivery network, CDN. Some CDNs and proxy services do not support HTTPS by default or require extra configuration. This can complicate HTTPS implementation for websites that rely on these services. Then there is a legacy browser compatibility. Older web browser like Internet Explorer may not fully support modern SSL or TLS encryption standard. This can limit the use of advanced security features and lead to the compatibility issue for the users on outdated browsers. Security vulnerabilities. While HTTPS provides strong security, it is not immune to vulnerabilities. In the past, vulnerabilities like Heartbleed and Poodle have emerged, requiring immediate patching and update the affected systems. Then certificate expiry. SSL or TLS certificate have expiration date, and administrator must remember to renew them before they expire. Once they are expired, the production will be interrupted. False sense of security. While HTTPS secures the communication between the users and the server, it does not guarantee the trustworthiness of the website itself. Users can still be tricked by phishing site that use HTTPS assuming they are the secure one. Then difficulties in local development. Setting up HTTPS for local development environment can be challenging as it typically requires self-signed certificate or custom configuration. This can complicate testing and development effort because the test environment and production environment can be different from the test. Now, certificate authority trust. The trustworthiness of a certificate authority can be a concern also. If a certificate authority is compromised, like we talked just now, or issue certificate without proper validation, it can undermine the trust in the entire HTTPS ecosystem. So HTTPS offers several advantages and disadvantages also, as it plays a crucial role in securing web communication. Here are some breakdown of the key benefit and drawbacks of HTTPS. That HTTPS provide data encryption, it provide authentication, it provide data integrity, trust and confidence that you are using a secure channel for your client and server transfer. It has the SEO benefit. Major search engines such as Google prioritize website using HTTPS in search ranking. Implementing HTTPS can positively impact your site's visibility in the search engine result, potentially increasing the traffic on your website as well. Compliance and regulation. So HTTPS follows compliance and regulation to be part of the compliant network. Then protection against eavesdropping. Without HTTPS, data transmitted over unencrypted HTTP can be intercepted and eavesdropping upon, potentially leading to the data theft and privacy breach, which HTTPS mitigated that risk. Then overhead. Then the disadvantage of the HTTPS is performance overhead. So performance overhead means it can be the decryption and encryption can lead to the slight performance overhead. That's all. Then the cost involved, since for renewing and purchasing and managing the certificate and purchasing from certificate authority can lead to the cost also. Complex implementation, since it is a secure protocol, it has to be the complex implementation that nobody can intercept into it easily. Even mixed contents issue, implementing HTTP can also lead to the mixed content issues that we just now talked about, that some resources can be on the HTTP protocol and some resources can be on the HTTPS. So that can lead to the missed content issues and lead to the content issue in the web pages. Certificate management, that when certificate is going to renew, when certificate is going to expire, that's all management is like little tough, little difficult to maintain. Then legacy browser compatibility, again that same older browser cannot support the higher or the latest version of SSL or TLS or HTTPS versions. Then the performance trade-offs, while the performance impact is generally minimal and very high traffic website may need to invest in additional server resources to maintain performance while using HTTPS. So moreover, major browser now flag HTTP website as not secure, which could deter visitors and negatively impact a site's credibility. If you are saying a browser saying not secure, means that browser either the certificate got expired or that browser is that URL is a HTTP URL, not a secure URL. In conclusion, the main difference between HTTP and HTTPS lies in their security protocol. HTTP offers encryption, data integrity, authentication, making it safer choice for browsing. So to sum up this, whenever possible, prioritize website with HTTPS in their URL, especially when sharing sensitive information. So that's all. That's wrap up today's video. We hope you find this breakdown helpful in understanding the difference between HTTP and HTTPS. If you have any question or topic you'd like us to cover in our future video, let us know in the comment below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like it and share it with the friends who might benefit from this information. Thank you for watching.